GameSpot's live coverage of E3 2010 continues. Right now, as I mentioned just a few seconds ago, it's time to look at Little Big Planet 2. Media Molecules' Alex Evans is here. Welcome to the show.
Thank you very much.
Happy to have you here.
Pleasure.
Great to see you again, too. I haven't seen you since the original game came out.
Right, so I mean, I missed E3 last year, so this is crazy.
Exactly.
Going on. Yeah.
All I remember was like you guys just collecting awards, left and right, DICE awards, Game Critic awards, all this crazy thing. Before we get into this game, just talk about like what it was like shipping that game and coming out of it.
The team was so motivated because we were showing the game off and we were showing builds like right hot off the press. We were showing features right up to the end. And the fact that the gaming community and the dev community got behind us so much, we were a young team, we'd all worked in games, but the feedback we got was what motivated us. Every time I came back from the show or the team saw an interview or we got feedback from the fans, we were just super hyped. And then when the game came out and it got that reaction, it was a dream come true. I mean, basically, I don't know how we're going to top it. It's like a difficult second album for us right now. So
when you guys were looking at what you were going to do next, was Little Big Planet 2 a no-brainer?
Well, yeah, I mean, basically, we had a couple of mantras. We never wanted to slice the community up. So one of the amazing things we're doing is all of the content you made in LBP 1, it carries straight over into LBP 2. All the DLC you might have bought. So basically, we really wanted to get like 20 or 30 new features all into one Blu-ray. And then the mantra in the studio is like, trust the community. Because in the first time, people were like, a game is actually going to be able to do this stuff? It's quite hard to create. Are they going to be able to make amazing levels? And we didn't know. Of course, after it shipped, we were like, holy moly, there's amazing levels being made. So LBP2 would just put way more power into the game. So like the level that's being played right now, Tom's, our community manager, is driving. And basically, we have a grapple hook in there, which is just really fun. So the game starts kind of familiar LBP platforming territory, but we actually open it out and we have this direct control device. So one of the things we're going to show today is like the vehicles and just the power of LBP2. And we now trust the community to run with that stuff. I have no idea what they're going to make, but we'll have to see. So he's just switching up to that, and we can take you through some of the crazy vehicles that we've built. So yeah, shipping LBP 1, to answer your question, was a dream come true.
Yeah, absolutely. So when you come to this game, where do you start? What was the goal?
Yeah, so the goal was service all the stuff that the community really wanted to see. And one of the things that Mark, our creative director, is brilliant at is like, you take 10 different requests, like I want to make sports games, I want to make like top-down shooters, I want to make like a first-person even shoot, I don't know. And so we take all of those and we try and boil it down to the building blocks. What are the Lego bricks that go together to make those features? And so in this example, Mark was just riffing on the direct control to make vehicles. So we're just running over, he made a kind of choplifter level. And one of the features in LBP2 that's really cool for storytellers is that you can actually make non-player characters now using Sackboy. We call them Sackbots. So basically you can dress them up using your own costumes. He's just using a choplifter thing, the Sackbot's clinging onto the feet of his vehicle there. And if we go over to one we call the Mosquito, which is made out of a 50s microphone and an electric shaver. I think it's just over on the right. Up Tom, come on. Let go of that Sackbot that's weighing you down. Oh, he's totally messing up this demo for me. Anyway, so basically Mark was riffing on what you could do with the direct control device, which is basically something that lets you connect the whole 6-axis, any button you want, circle, square, L1, R1, even the motion sensor. And now you can build really nicely balanced games of all different kinds. It's not just platforming. So this kind of side-scrolling shooter R-type sort of thing will take 20 minutes to build. Literally with the bosses, and you can get the inertia right. All of these things are super easy in LBP2, where LBP1 you could probably do it if you were some kind of Jedi creator, and some of the guys did it, but now it's really easy. And just with a camera twist, you switch from side scrolling to top down, you've got holographic materials, a remixed engine. So the real thing for us was put the power in the hands of the creators. Like, if you can think of a game, I want you to be able to make it. Maybe at least if it's 2.5D. Like maybe you can't make a first-person shooter, but maybe that's a challenge. People out there, the first person to make a shooter wins.
Yeah.
Oh, he's messed that one up completely. Never mind. We'll just move on. So the next one is like one of the community members was called Johnny, and he was making levels on LBP1 so amazing that we actually sent him a PSN message, and we were like, please come and work with us, and he didn't believe us, and he deleted the message.
It's a nice way to get a job.
Yeah, absolutely. And so he came in, brought his PS3 with him, and this is one of the levels he's been making on LBP2. It's just a work in progress, so he's probably really embarrassed right now if he sees us on the stream. He's like, don't show my work in progress level.
He's loving it, I bet.
So he's built like a homage to Rez inside Little Big Planet. But what's crazy is he built this using the new electronics features. And he's basically built a 3D engine inside Little Big Planet, because what you're looking at there is actually a flat screen, and the cursor and all the AI and all the logic has been built just using Poppet. So if you've used LVP1, you know that this is crazy. Now, you might be thinking, right, viewers out there think, well, I can never do that, that's just too insane. It doesn't matter. I'm not very good at creating Little Big Planet. I just consume the fruits of Johnny's labours, you know, like Christoph and all the other guys at work and the creators out there on Little Big Planet. I just get to play their levels, and that's what's great. There'll be 2 million levels on the day of launch, and then when people start doing this kind of thing, it's going to be crazy.
So all these assets he created himself?
Yeah, in fact, if Tom just pushes start and then goes into create mode, you can just see how that's built. So it's completely insane. That looked 3D, right? But if you scroll to the side, you'll see, and like tilt the camera. You just tilt the camera, Tom, with the right stick. Yeah, there you go. You can see it's completely flat.
Wow.
And then when you actually jump into the game and unpause it, you can see all of these like circuits, and if you open them out, you can see kind of he's used the electronics to build all kinds of different logic and whatever. So if you unpause the level,
So how long did it take him to create this?
I have no idea. I mean, this is actually going into one of the boss fights, and so you can actually see that all of the craziness right on the screen right there is what you see in create mode. And all those chips that are hanging off are creating the effect. He's built a 3D engine entirely inside Little Big Planet. It's completely crazy.
And so all of these different mode types, all these different game types will be part of a single player experience?
Yeah, so basically the game you get, if you're interested in creating and maybe you're not online yet, you haven't signed up for PSN, that's cool. You get 50 levels to play through. They include cutscenes now, storytelling, there's like different characters. But what's cool is they start in platforming, but by the end of it, you're doing sports games, you're doing bumper cars. There's a great level that you might have seen at the Sony press conference. Actually, do you want to boot that up, Tom? He's in the zone now, he's just playing. Crashy Bashy, that's just a really simple mini game. So yeah, I mean, there's just tons and tons of features, and we know that when we push this out to the community, they're just going to run wild with it. But the story is the inspiration.
So we're going to look at one more thing?
One more thing, and then,
Okay.
I mean, we can do some questions right now if you want, or whatever you like.
Let's load it up.
Just a little example of like a sports style game almost. It's like a sumo wrestling game. And actually, I've just realised it's a 2-player game and Tom's on his own, which is why he was not wanting to show it. But I suck. Do you guys have an extra PS3 controller? I don't know. So basically, you won't be able to see this, but if you were playing multiplayer, you'd have all the different players that come in there, and it's showcasing a new competitive mode, where you actually get each player is meant to be bumping each other out. I can't believe I made him do this. I completely forgot that there wasn't another player for him to play with. But basically, it's a sumo game that's competitive. And in Little Big Planet 1's known for co-op, so in the story mode we have co-op levels, but as the game progresses we start introducing competitive modes. I think we better quit that level, haven't we? It's the worst idea ever.
I think we can have you back tomorrow and talk about this game for an hour.
For an hour, easily. So,
Alex, Little Big Planet 2, there's so much going on in this game, so the question everybody wants to know is when are we going to be playing this game?
This year.
This
for
year?
Sure, this year. I need to get back to the office and get coding, because we're going alpha in 10 days, and out this year.
Ambition is the name of the game with Little Big Planet 2. Alex Evans, thank you so much for being here.
It's a pleasure.
Games Plus live coverage of E3 2010 continues.